everyone, it's Ava and I'm in Anaheim, California at El Torito with...
Hi, I'm Hayley Gripp and you're watching On the Spot Interviews.
Well, it's so great to finally meet you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing really well. I've, been doing interviews all day and you're my last one, which is great.
I'm very excited to interview.
Yes, so you're actually an actress now living in LA. How'd you get your start and what have we maybe seen you on?
Well, actually, about a year ago, I got into print modeling. I've been on an As Seen on TV box and multiple beauty ads and stuff like that. But my real passion was always acting. And I've booked 3 commercials, a featured spot on CSI, which will premiere September 25th.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's coming up. And then I was just on a new pilot, and so I'm just working it. I've been on 9 auditions this week.
That's over 1 a day averaged out to.
Exactly. So it was like 1 on Monday, 1 on Wednesday, 3 on Thursday, a callback on Friday, and I was working on a show on Friday with a speaking role, and then like Saturday I had 3 on Saturday, and then I had 1 today. So it all adds up. Yeah, it's a busy week.
Well, that's always a good thing. And honestly, not having representation and being able to book something as big as CSI, how does that make you feel? That's awesome.
I'm very proud. It's hard work. I look about 14, but I actually just turned 20 last week, so it's beneficial to me because I'm 18 to play young. But actually, on CSI, I definitely did not play young. I played a goddess named Lust. Now, I didn't show any skin, primetime TV, but it was definitely something that I took to challenge myself as an actor because I always play young, so it was exciting to kind of play a mature role.
Yeah, that's awesome. I don't watch the show because I'm scared, but just for you, I'm going to watch it that day.
Yeah. Well, and then I booked a lead in a feature indie film that's supposedly shooting this winter. I'm saying supposedly because it's so far away. Yeah, you never know. But I booked it, and I can say from after working on film, because I've been in 2 short films, TV and modeling, the best catering is in TV. They have it. But I have a funny story when I was on the set of CSI. So it was the Warner Brothers lot, and I go, and of course, I love breakfast. I'm a breakfast person. Breakfast is my main meal of day. And so I go, I get my omelet made, and I'm kind of chatting. I'm of course very grateful, and I'm the kind of personality who's very nice, so I'm chatting with the person who's making my omelet. I'm like, thank you so much and stuff, chatting with the cast members, and then I'm like, so does anybody know where you sign in with CSI? And they're like, this is the Mindy Project. So it was quite funny, but I was super embarrassed, and then they're like, it's right down there, and I'm like, thank you. So I of course then went to the right place, and then one other funny thing is right after my shoot, I was still in costume and I had really big hair and eyelash extensions and the big makeup. And I'm walking to my dressing room, which is across the studio, and I'm the only person around. And suddenly the Universal Studios tour bus comes by, and they make me stop. They're like, hey, you, will you pose for some pictures? And so I totally milked it. It was probably one of the funniest experiences of my life, but I was like, why not?
So all these random people have pictures of you now?
Yeah, well, I often get mistaked for Anna Paquin from True Blood.
Oh.
I look very similar to her.
Yes, I can see that.
And almost on a daily basis, I get that. So it kind of is a give or take, but yeah, I'm just kind of living the dream.
You should, honestly, actually be here one time. Yeah. That would be so funny.
I'm a big goofball, so sometimes I'll just break out rapping my head is pounding like a basketball on the floor. It's astounding that they call me the girl next door. The fire is a hot one, I feel the flame. I guess this is a rap, it's just not the same. Cause I write songs, don't wear no bling. All because mama said I can't sing.
Oh my gosh, did you do?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah. Props to you.
Thanks. I just, I'm a nanny as well when I'm not acting and stuff, and jewelry designer, caterer now. I love work. I always have to be doing something.
Mm-hmm. Same with me. Hence why I'm always doing this.
And classes online.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
of course.
so-
Got to get that education. So, on a more serious note, I know that you work for anti-bullying, and there's a very, close to your heart reason behind that. Can you kind of explain that to us?
Yeah, of course. I was bullied severely as a child because it definitely doesn't look like it, but I have something called Tourette syndrome that I was diagnosed with at age 10, but I was born with it. It's a bioneurological brain disorder. So basically what happens, if you want to raise your arm like this, your brain is going to send little neurons, which I like to call messenger texts, all the way up to tell you to raise your arm. Same if you want to stomp your feet or clap your hands. So it has to send a signal. When people with Tourette syndrome do something called a tic, which is motor, which means movement, or vocal, which is like talking or sounds, which means they could be barking, twitching, hitting their arms, clearing their throat, coughing, whatever it may be, because every single person with a tic has a different tic. There's a wall, and the messengers can't get through to tell you to stop. And that wall is Tourette syndrome. And that's pretty much the easiest way to explain it. But the hard thing about why there's no cure for it is because every single person with Tourette's has a different tic that is like especially for themselves, I guess you could say. So, specifically for themselves. So even if you're identical twins and you both have Tourette's, you may have different variations of the tic, but you will not have the same tic. Now, I have used reverse psychology and overcome it and beat the odds on my own. What I would do is, for instance, if I would hop on my leg, like constantly hop, I would tap my foot instead. So whenever I had the urge to tic, I would replace it with something that was more socially acceptable and less physically demanding. So I actually have worked with other kids and helped them overcome their tics. But on the more anti-bullying front, I am a huge advocate because I'm pretty much the most non-judgmental person there is. And I really care. And so I've spoken to over 6,500 people in the past 3 years, not only on educating about Tourette syndrome, but I make sure to do a huge anti-bullying thing. And I am just a firm believer of, kindness will take you far.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Yeah, so I'm one of those actresses that has a heart of gold, and I fight for my auditions, but I will not crush someone on my way to the top. I refuse to do that, and there's probably some out there who will, but I would rather be at the bottom my whole life and be happy with who I am and what I've done than crush someone to get to the top.
That is so true. Yes, like, seriously. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, I can't even emphasize how much I agree with you.
Yeah, and then actually to raise awareness for Tourette syndrome, I'm a jewelry designer, so I'm about to go to New York. Oh yeah, I did design that for her and gave that to her. Thank you. You're welcome. But I've actually collaborated with a representative from Frank Vernon, and I'm doing sterling silver pieces that I co-designed with them, and we're going to be multi-manufacturing them. So I'm doing a press tour in New York. I'm going to be in Queens, Long Island, Manhattan, and then upstate New York, as well as I might go to Jersey. And so I'm very excited about that. And then one last thing on the anti-bullying is I got the privilege of connecting with the No Bull guys.
Oh, yes, yes.
And they're so sweet, and I am going to possibly present an award with them in November at an award show in Kentucky. And I plan on, they've invited me to speak with them. So I'm all about just spreading the kindness.
That is so cool. I love the work that you're doing, really. There are a lot of anti-bullying organizations, but the fact that you are truly very, very involved is just mind-blowing. So it's great. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how did you initially get started in your jewelry making?
Well, I lost my dad 2 years ago. He was sick, but when I was a kid, I was bullied severely for my Tourette's, and so I was given a jewelry kit from him, especially because I had a tic with my fingers where I would go like this. And my fingers were starting to kind of hurt, so he gave me a jewelry kit, and that's how I got interested in making jewelry. But what really gave me a love for helping others and incorporating my jewelry with that, because I give a lot of jewelry away just because I love to do it, and I love to bring smiles to people's faces, is my dad gave me a necklace, and he said, whenever you're bullied, I want you to rub it or, look at it and remember you are strong and you are a kind person, because it doesn't matter, as long as you're known as being nice. So I've gone with the philosophy that I would rather be known as the weird, eccentric, overly nice actress than a mean girl. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as good as that movie is, it's not how people should act.
Exactly. And then the last thing is I have a big audition Tuesday to train with a prominent vocal coach who's world renowned. Can't think of her name right now. It's Jill something. Anyways, and so she's trained a lot of big stars, and I can sing. But I want to strengthen my voice because I want to be able to handle roles that have a demanding voice. Yeah.
So cool. Well, honestly, everything about you, your acting, your heart, it's just great. Hey, hi everyone. I'm sorry, there's a major camera glitch, so we're here right now. It's all good, right? To keep in touch with all the great work you're doing, your jewelry, everything you're doing for the foundation as well as acting. Can we have all your social media links?
Of course. My Instagram is hgrip. My Twitter is Hayley E. Gripp. That's HAYLEYE Gripp, GRIPP. Facebook is actress Hayley Gripp. Am I missing? My jewelry.
Yes.
You can look.
Cakes back there.
Yeah, exactly. I do bake cakes, really fun cakes, like Candyland cakes and stuff. It's very good therapy. That's Cakes by Hayley on Facebook, as well as I'm on Etsy, Hayley Elizabeth Designs, and I'm also on Facebook for Hayley Elizabeth Designs.
I think I've liked all those pages.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, and lastly, can you just give a little thank you to all your supporters?
Sure, of course.
Your whole team?
I want to definitely thank all my fans, everybody who's following me, keeping in touch. Thank my publicist, Marcy. She's
Marcy.
Wonderful. As well as my mom, who's been there with me and is a major supporter, and my family, my best friends, Sophie, Guyane, Rachel, and of course you. Yes. I want to thank you.